Hey, how's it going? I'm Chris with PearsonCopy.com, and I'm here to help your brand make more sales with email. As part of my 100 emails in 100 days breakdown challenge, I'm going to be breaking down an email from a brand called BBQ Guys or Barbecue Guys. I am a barbecue owner myself. I cook on barbecue quite a bit, and when I saw their brand in my Facebook feed, I had to click through and check out their brand and their emails just to see how their welcome email game actually was and see if they're entertaining, see if they have some personality to the brand. So that's what this email is. It's a welcome email. It's the first one I got from them. And I'm going to be breaking this down for you, pulling out some insights, and then hopefully you can take that back to your brand and make some more sales with email. So with that being said, let me go ahead and dive into this breakdown. First thing we're going to look at, per usual, is the subject line. So you're in, thumbs up emoji. Thanks for joining us. So I like this. Subject line. It strays just a bit away from what most brands do, like welcome to brand or welcome to club, or you're in with nothing really else, or even you're in with an offer like here's your coupon code. It's just a little bit different than what most brands actually send. So it's going to catch the eye just a little bit better, I think. They might want to test those other formulas or other frameworks that I've mentioned just a second ago. Also, they could test something else. Let's see here if there's anything else. Oh, start exploring. So they could talk about something about exploring barbecue accessories or barbecuers themselves, or whatever the theme may be. They could test those subject lines to see if they can get better open rates. So So I think overall I like the subject line. I like what they're doing with it. There are different things they could test. The next thing we'll talk about the branding and the logo stuff. In general, when there are images in emails, email filters will actually trigger and mark those as marketing emails or promotion emails. So while some brands have a good enough domain reputation and sending reputation, they can send images and things and not end up in the promo tab. For most of us, though, having images in your email is actually going to hurt your domain reputation indirectly, not directly, but indirectly, and you're going to end up in the promo tab more often. So I would test even the welcome series itself against maybe plain text emails or one of the big insights I was going to take away from this is pulling out, there's like 5 or 6 different things in this email that this email is trying to get the reader to do. So barbecue guys have basically one form and it's for customers. They've got stuff for pros who are actually builders, installers, it looks like. They've got a menu, they got sweepstakes and gift cards. So they have all different kinds of customers. They have all different kinds of customers. And two, they also have pros who install this stuff like outdoor kitchens, barbecues, things like that. So being able to separate those two with a sign up form, or like, hey, if you're a pro that installs and want to install for us, go to this page. If you're a customer, sign up here. I think doing that is actually going to help them segment their list way better, and they can actually focus in their welcome series into who they're actually speaking to. So a welcome series for somebody who installs barbecues and outdoor kitchens, things like that, is going to be wildly different than a welcome series for somebody who wants to buy the actual grill, who wants to buy the tongs, who wants to cook on it, who's a customer of the actual product from Barbecue Guys. That's just one big insight that I saw reviewing this email. So we'll go ahead and dive back into the breakdown here. So the branding, I think it's great. Again, filters with images and things like that. Mentioned that already, but just keep that in mind. The next piece here, thanks for joining us. You'll be the first to see new arrivals, exclusive offers, and mouth-watering recipes that may or may not cause drooling, but probably will. I really like this piece of copy here. It is setting expectations of what you're going to get, as a part of our list. And here are the things that you're going to see in your inbox from us. I also like the personality piece of mouth-watering recipes that may or may not cause drooling, but probably will. I think any kind of personality you can inject into your copy just keeps people entertained and interested because they don't know what's coming next. When you get to the flat, quote-unquote, corporate type copy of like our brand started in 1968 and we believe in X, Y, and Z, people shut off. They've read that so many times and they've come across that so many different times that their brain just says, oh, not interested. I know what's coming next. It's not interesting to me. I'm just going to shut off and not read this anymore. So personality is actually what keeps one aspect of what keeps people reading is they don't know what you're going to say next. They don't know what's coming next. And just because you wrote it, you know what's coming next. So it's like, well, personality just seems kind of trite, or it seems weird, or I don't have a personality or something like that. But you do have a personality and your customers haven't experienced it yet and they don't know what's coming next. So that's what keeps them interested and intrigued enough to keep reading so you can actually deliver your message. There's your number 2 big insight is personality keeps people glued to the page, right? They want to see what's happening. Next piece, I believe when I signed up for this list, this is what was offered as the sign up form. incentive is being entered into a contest to win part of a giveaway. So they mention that here after all the branding and thanks for joining us. So they say thank you first, and then they say, hey, here's your entered to win, just to let you know. And so yeah, they mention that here. It's kind of small. It's not really like the main focus of this email. If I were to suggest something, I'd say, hey, make your first email about the customer being entered to win, saying, hey, you've entered, and here's what to expect, whatever, and then start your welcome series maybe 6 hours or maybe a day later. That's something just to consider. That's totally testable. It's not like a hard and fast rule. It really depends on what you offered them in the welcome email and what you actually told them they're going to get when after they signed up in those little confirmation code or forms and messages of like, hey, this is what you're getting in your inbox in the next like 10 minutes, etc. So next piece. So this is what I'm talking about with the types of customers. So you've been entered to win, which is somebody who's looking to enter to win to like get a outdoor design kitchen or a piece of equipment or something. Ask an expert, so you can actually you can talk to a consultant on what to buy and when and how and all that stuff. So these customers are like, hey, I want to win something. I don't really care what it is, or I do know what it is. I want to win. The next customer is, we'll design your outdoor kitchen, and you can ask the expert. So they're actively looking to plan their outdoor kitchen. So that's something to keep in mind too, is you're speaking to two different customers with this email already. The ones who want to win a contest or a giveaway, and the customers who are actually planning their kitchen. Um, these customers are on two different stages, right? The person who wants to win a giveaway is probably just before the problem stage. They're a little more unaware. They know they have a problem. They've thought about an outdoor kitchen, but they're not really researching it. They're not really looking around for it. But it's like, hey, if I'm going to win something, might as well use it because eventually I want one. That's the first customer. This next customer they're addressing is, we'll design your outdoor kitchen and ask an expert. This customer is potentially in the solution stage or even consideration or product stage. The solution stage is they know that they want an outdoor kitchen. That's the solution to their problem, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is they're trying to figure out which pieces of equipment should they actually get for their outdoor kitchen. So they're in the solution, like specific product stage, and so those two people are very far apart when it comes to messaging. And that's why I'd say the third big insight, just off these two pieces, there's another piece down below here that I mentioned earlier, I think, is that make sure that your email is speaking to the one customer that you want to speak to. This email is talking to three or four different types of customers or types of readers, and it might get lost in translation because if the pros open this email, because down here at the bottom, look at this. So are you a pro? Join the pro program for immediate savings. So installers, people that install stuff, contractors, etc. That's what it looks like. That's what I'm assuming this looks like. Is if you're a pro, then you get all these discounts because you're installing and things. They open this email and say, "Welcome to BBQ, guys. You've entered to win. We'll design your kitchen for you." It's like this is not for me. I'm a pro. I do this myself. Like I don't need to read this email, and they miss out on the CTA down here. And that's why I said separate your pros from your actual customers, and that's going to help segment. And you can actually focus in your emails. So that's the second type of customer here. You have your product feed for those people because they're in the stage of like, hey, I'm ready to buy. I just don't know which one. So if they know they're really close to they're in solution product stages, maybe they might be in buying stage, the most aware. So yeah, adding these products here actually makes a lot of sense. It's like, hey, here's if you need this help, it's here, but this is what we say you should buy next, and they add it here. So that's great. Then we get to the pro section. That's something I already talked about, so I'm going to skip over it. But this is, let's go here. Reasons to buy. So the features or reasons to buy, fast free shipping on orders over $49, 0% APR financing available. So these are all reasons why you should buy, and they stuck that right below the product section, which is great because they're like, hey, this looks like drip easy, deck protector, etc. Whatever. I'm going to buy something. And this is right here next to it. So it's like a guarantee. This isn't necessarily a guarantee, but you have like your guarantees, your recaps, your fast free shipping, your orders, your terms, conditions, things like that. They're right there next to the products here. So you can see that and say, oh, I can get financing for this if I need it. Great. I'm going to go click through and shop. This right here addresses objections and barriers to actually clicking through and buying something. Like I said, the pro section, not really going to go over this. I already talked about it a little bit. Then you have your general menu, which this would go to a third. Okay, so the pros are the third type of customer. The fourth type of customer is going to be your menu here. Is like if they're shopping around and they don't really know what they want, but they're just looking, it's like those are like unaware problem type, maybe problem stage or problem awareness type customers. Like they know their problem. They want to cook outside, but they don't have a barbecue grill smoker. They want to spend more time outside, but they don't know how to do outdoor living. They, hearth and home barbecue accessories. They have these problems that they can solve with buying barbecue guys items, but they just don't know which to do yet. So you're hitting almost all of the awareness, like buying awareness stages for customers, yet you're not focusing on any one of them, which um, options and different layers and options and choices. Too many choices causes confusion, right? Confusion kills sales. So something I would suggest, and this could be the big third insight, and it's probably the first one too. But like, again, just reiterating, pick the customer you're sending this email to and send it just to that customer. So if we're delivering a giveaway, then it's like, hey, here's a giveaway. Cool. This is how the giveaway works. This is what you expect over the next four weeks or however long it is. And we're going to send you an email each week to make sure the giveaway reaches your inbox and you know what's going on. The next customer is going to be the one that says, hey, you're ready to design your outdoor kitchen, but you're just not really sure like who to talk to, what items to buy. Maybe you need some consulting just to make sure your design's right, or maybe you need a design. That's your next customer, and you got to segment them out. And then also your pros and people that are in the problem stage of like, hey, you want to cook outside? Here's a grill, and you sell them a grill. Like, there's so many different things this email is doing, which are they're doing the barbecue guys are doing well with. Like they're this email, each section is actually doing really well. It's just it's all in one email, so it's going to cause it is probably causing confusion for people. And if it isn't, then great. But I would say separate these out into the specific customers. Okay, let's roll down here to the bottom. Talked about the menu, and then you've got gift cards, sweepstakes, light your grill, and lift your spirits with weekly playlists from the Barbecue Guys Spotify channel. So this is a music, like this is a playlist for cooking, for grilling, right? So these are the customers who potentially have already purchased, or they're already grillers. They're just kind of like, oh, I want some accessories, and this is more of like solution or like product aware, almost already customer type stuff. Like this could be its own email of like, hey, by the way, we're grillers just like you do, and we love listening to music, and these are some of our favorite jams this week. And like existing customers could sign up for that and be like, hey, join the playlist and use it, and let us know which ones you like, which ones you add to it, which ones you take away, etc. So there's another type of customer you could speak to. So yeah, again, that big insight of like separate these out into their own emails and segment your list out as best you can before you start sending them. So you're speaking to the right buy, the stage of awareness for buyers. The right stage matters. Like that, you get to the right stage with the right message. That's called saying the right message to the right person at the right time. Like that's what that is where they at in their buying journey. And I think Barbecue Guys hits basically all the stages in this one email. They could separate these out. And then you have the rest of your socials, your footer information, and et cetera for the email. So yeah, those are the big insights I'd pull away from this is one, test against plain text. Two, your subject line, test against that as well. Three, separate this out into the types of buyer segments or buyer stages of awareness. You have your unaware, your problem aware, your solution, your product, and then your most aware, which are typically buyers. They're considering and they're going to be buying, or they did buy. So this email basically covers all of them except for the buyers. And I would essentially separate those emails out into their own segments, and send to those buyers stage of awarenesses individually, and start moving them down that awareness towards a purchase. So yeah, I hope this helped. Please take these back to your brand and use it as best you can. If you guys get any results, let me know. I'd love to talk to you and just see how that went and what we can do next together. So go ahead and check out my other videos on YouTube as well. I've got over 70 of them. I'm going for 100, like the 100 emails and 100 days breakdown challenge. So yeah, give those a watch. Let me know if you have questions. Comment down below. Thanks.